Alright guys, well, on today's video of Phillipsburg Garage, or P-Burg Garage, however you want to call it, we're going to try to get this old 53 going, and hopefully the wind isn't going to be too bad, because, well, she's kind of windy today, which is sort of odd. All right, so I got all the parts to hopefully make this thing better, you know, like the blown radiator, and I think I explained that in the last video. So I think the fuel pump is going bad. I got a brand new fuel pump. I got to put an inline fuel filter in. I got a new cap and rotor and spark plugs. I didn't get new spark plug wires, but I think those ones are just okay. So I'm gonna grab the necessary tools here: spark plug wrench, a straight slot screwdriver, probably a Phillips screwdriver. I'm gonna guess a 9/16 wrench and some flare wrenches and the parts, and get them kind of lined up. And it's probably 1/2 inch on the radiator. I'm gonna grab the parts, get those lined up, and we'll just start tearing this apart, and hopefully we can get it to run before the sun sets, which I think I've got maybe 2 hours. So we'll get after it. All right, well, we're gonna do the first obvious thing and remove the fuel pump. I went ahead and pre-got the line off because, as you can see, fuel's still dripping out of it. Guess we'll grab these fuel lines loose. My calculations are correct when they usually aren't. This is going to be a 1/2 inch-ish. I'm going to get on there. Well, I don't know what we got going here. I guess it's twisting this other fitting too, of course. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go get another flare wrench because this is doubled up. Gotta at least get this one off. I guess that one could stay on. And then we gotta grab these bolts out, and then we'll pull this off, and then we'll stare at it. Because you do know you have to stare at this and the new part for a predetermined amount of time before you can install them, because that's just how it is. So let me go get my other flare wrench so we can get this all apart without stripping everything out, and I'll get that off, and then we'll compare the two fuel pumps and, you know, see if eBay ripped me off or if I ripped myself off. Okay, I got the flavors apart here. Yep, like I said, you gotta stare at this stuff for a little bit. It's kind of different. So why do I think this fuel pump's bad? I don't know that it is 100%. I do know it's full of garbage. And I know recently, when I've been driving this Chevy truck around, that it has quit running on me a couple times, and it's because it's not getting fuel. So I'm just guessing that the fuel pump's going bad, which doesn't surprise me. It's probably the original one to this truck. I don't know if you figured this out or not, but this truck is pretty original. And this truck was bought brand new in Phillipsburg in 1953 and has never left Phillipsburg. It's changed owners a few times, but it's always been in Phillipsburg. So that's what kind of makes this truck a little unique. So we're going to throw this fuel pump on with an inline fuel filter. And this fuel pump causes cancer and reproductive harm. Doesn't say California on there though. Interesting. But it does say 37 to 51, 216. So I guess I'll bolt this thing on there. Hey, look, it's even got the same weird little 3-armed little thingy majigger on it. It's kind of a bummer it doesn't have the provisions to put the glass top on it, which I don't know if it would work anyways. Well, we'll try it. We're gonna keep this one around. I don't know, a guy could maybe even pull the guts out of this and put them in that and rebuild that, but we'll try this first and see if that solves our problems with fuel. So I guess I will get this bolted on and get a fuel filter put in. Well, this is taking quite a bit longer than I anticipated, but I pulled the radiator out. And I guarantee you, I caught every piece of antifreeze that came out. Not one drop got on the ground. All went in that bucket. And I didn't wash the front of this truck because of antifreeze. I washed it because I'm getting all that topsoil and dirt off to get onto the ground here so my yard will continue to grow. And the water hose was just to help it water the yard. Besides that point, there's a big old crack in that radiator support, but I'm going to totally ignore it because I don't care. It's getting late fast, so we're going to try to get this done. The sun is almost gone. I finally got that fuel pump in. It sucked. I had to reclock it twice because I'm an idiot. I clocked it the wrong way the first time. So I got to put the fuel filter in still. But I'm going to get that radiator thrown in first so it doesn't spray antifreeze all over us, because we're probably not going to get to the tune-up today. But I'm hoping to maybe try to get it started and see if the fuel pump fixes our no fuel problem we have. So I gotta go get a piece of rubber hose and my fuel filter and grab the radiator and bolt that guy in there. Radiator fit perfect. Not a single problem except for all those problems I had with it. All right, we got the fuel filter in, radiator in. I again just washed the dirt off this truck. Definitely didn't spill any used antifreeze I poured back into the radiator. So yeah, I just got to get a battery. Probably, maybe steal this one, possibly. Sick. A Durastart. That cable ain't even tight. Wait a minute. What we got going on here? What do we got going on here? Okay, no. So he got his battery cables on backwards. Yep. So that's good to know. The positive is the red wire is the negative, and the other wire is the other. Dang it! Gotta get a wrench. Gotta get a wrench. Those are not correct wrenches. That's not the correct wrench either. Oh, that's not. Does this have a half inch? It does. I know you guys complain. I point the camera at the ground and I do this a lot, which I do apologize. And then half the time I don't film what I'm working on. Should really just get a camera person to do everything. Ha! I can't even afford to pay the power on the computer to upload this, let alone pay a camera guy. All right, let me get this out and get it in the other rig, and then we'll try to start it up. Jeez, this battery is heavy. We're getting there. Gotta watch out for all the random stuff. Explosion noise. It's the same crappy battery I got in here. Whatever. All right, I'll get that switch. We'll try to start her. Let's see. Ooh, I don't have any more. I don't have any more fuel to prime it. Well, we're just gonna have to give her the onion. Now, before you ask me, what does that mean? Because I usually say we're gonna have to get Western with it. And I've had people ask me, what does that mean? Well, that's just an old Montana term for, you know, giving it hell. And then giving it the onion is some Midwestern, North Dakota way of saying getting Western with it. You know, it's just wordplay and laziness. I guess we're gonna have to get Western with this. Hopefully my tools don't fall off and get sucked into the fan. Not like they're worth anything. Alright. 3 batteries in here. None of them work. Maybe this one will. Come on. Oh, you want the starter. Compilate it. I don't have the choke hook up because I just don't. Dang it. Well, I guess we can see if the crap is leaking everywhere. close that. Sure, that's good enough. Good enough for the people I hang out with. All right. Come on. Come on. I don't think she's getting fuel still. Come on. All right. I'm going to have to find something here and steal some fuel to get that thing started. So give me a minute. All right, well, I filled her up. Stole some gas from the motorcycle. Let's try this guy again before we run out of battery. I guess if that spills, what's the worst it's gonna do? Catch us on fire? I don't think I turned the truck off. I'm gonna bet it ain't gonna like that. Should start. Alright, I don't think we're still getting fuel. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised that fuel pump don't even work out of the box. Whoa! Almost lost you guys there. Oh, sorry. I'm not filming again. I'll only spill half of this down the carb. Only half. And then we'll give it the old whack-a-rooney. Well, don't do us a whole heck of a lot of good if we can't get it to run. And it just started doing this. Oops. Left the key on. may be running right now. Again, I don't know what is going on with that. I don't know where my voltmeter is. Okay, it may be running right now. Or running on fuel and doing what it's supposed to be doing. We're gonna slowly take our foot off the gas pedal. See if it'll stay running. Charging is acting slightly more normal. Yeah, I don't think we're getting fuel still. But if you saw, when I beat it with that crescent wrench, it started working, and I've taken this carb apart and it's like brand new inside. I don't know what's going on. I want it to kind of start running and idling so I can check the volts and see if it's charging the battery and doing what it's supposed to be doing, because that charging deal is a little bit offsetting. Okay. Turn up the idolator a little bit. Ugh. Good right now. How long? And where is... There it is. It's underneath the battery. Good place for it. Alright, yoink. Say I ruined my battery. Does it look ruined? Kinda. Alright. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. Just like a sewing machine. Alright, so probably still have a carburetor problem. I don't know. But I know you guys probably want to see more done to it, but not today. So today is Thursday. I don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I got plenty of time to play around, and maybe we can finally get something going on the dump truck. That other, together 51. We'll talk about that one in some other video one day. Actually, we might try to get it to run one day. So, anyways, just a quick thing about the change of the channel and all that good stuff. Again, it's just a kind of restart, reboot. Sold the business. Kind of need to get away from the 68 AMX LS name, and you know, that channel just wasn't very relevant. It wasn't easy to find. It definitely didn't say garage on it. Very specific channel. So again, I absolutely do not plan on making any money off YouTube. Been doing this 5 years, haven't made $1, so not really worried about the name change affecting any of that. So as usual, you guys will just get videos sparsely whenever I'm making them. Sometimes I'll make 3 or 4 at a time, and sometimes I won't make a video for 4 months. But that's just how it is, you know. I got a lot of other priorities, and you know, I have to make money to pay my bills and afford to do this kind of stuff. So that's kind of the biggest reason there hasn't been a video here in the last few months, couple of months really, because, well, I have bills to pay and I have to make money, and no money, no parts, no video. It took me a while to have enough money really to get that radiator, all these other parts. Chum money to most people, but unfortunately that's power money or gas money to get to work for me. So we'll continue making videos when we can and all that good fun stuff. And you know, the Phillipsburg car show or Flint Creek Days is coming up here real soon. We're probably going to put the old truck in the car show as is, because this truck was bought brand new in '53 here in Phillipsburg, and as I said, it's never been anywhere else its entire life. So a lot of people, a lot of old timers do recognize this truck, and they have stopped me and talked to me about it. So it might be fun to put it in the car show and do that. No racing this year at all, just like everything else, just couldn't afford to get everything together and afford to do it this year, so you don't have to worry about that. But again, being Phillipsburg Garage, we're just going to work on everything and anything and not really focus too much on directly AMCs and LSs. We'll still do AMC stuff obviously, but and we'll still do LS stuff. We're going to be doing stuff with that cutaway van here soon. And you know, we're just doing stuff on these Chevys because I have a yard full of them for some reason. But well, she's running, doing what she's supposed to be doing. Looks like she's charging. Don't look like she's overheating yet. Horn still works. Alright everybody, well, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to try to have more fun with my videos, and I'm going to try to make more when I can, so that's the best I can tell you guys. And as always, appreciate everybody that watches these, and don't be surprised if old videos out of my collection of 200 and some videos, some of them start getting deleted or going away, just because they're not relevant to a lot of this stuff, and they just never got any views, and you know, that's just how it is. I think I'll clean up the channel a little bit, percolate some stuff out. So until the next video, thanks for watching.